Hello, friends. Legal Breeze welcomes you for yet another discussion. This time, we are discussing about a topic called the relationship between FTA, that is Free Trade Agreement, and Broad Based Trade and Investment Agreement, BTIA. You can put the topic as Free FTA versus BTIA. B for Broad Based Trade and Investment Agreement, BTIA. FTA versus BTA. Now, what is this FTA and what is this BTA? That's the question you may ask us. Now, this is not a internationally or universally accepted topic. This is only in the context of Indo EU relationship, particularly Indo EU international trade law or regional international trade law, whatever you may call it. Now, India has entered into several FTAs, including SAFTA. Then SAFTA didn't work out. Then we entered into some free trade agreement with Mauritius, many countries like BIMSTEC. There are many more countries, but it doesn't work out well. India is negotiating a free trade agreement with ASEAN. That is also not materializing. India has also not joined the RCEP simply because it feels that the RCEP will be counterproductive for its own domestic industries, India's domestic industries. So unless the FTAs are carefully crafted or drafted, that may have certain disadvantages to the domestic industries. That is what India's bitter experience till now. So whether it is coconut industries from Kerala or coffee industries from Karnataka, all of them have faced certain threat due to one way or another because of certain FTAs. Now India has negotiating an FTA for a quite long time with the EU, but somehow it doesn't materialize for various reasons. But India cannot postpone this because till now India is enjoying a benefit called General Preferential System, GPS. This facility allows certain facilities or certain concessions to the developing countries to trade certain items. But however, there is a cap, there is a limitation. The import from these developing countries shall not exceed more than 17.5% of the total import of that particular product from all other countries. India has breached this threshold in many sectors or many commodities, including textiles. India is also facing a stiff challenge from Bangladesh. It's a LDC, least developed countries. It is enjoying some more facilities better than that what India is enjoying with the EU currently. So what India has to do now? On the other hand, countries like Vietnam has signed an FTA with European Union. China has also signed a comprehensive investment agreement with European Union. So India cannot postpone for a quite long time. At the same time, the Brexit offers a good conducive atmosphere to negotiate a better trade agreement with the EU. So this is the right time for India to take the leverage or advantage of all these things. Certainly it is very high time for India to negotiate carefully a well thought trade agreement with the EU. So what is these people are calling this BTIA, broad based trade investment and investment agreement. This agreement is slightly different from FTAs This may cover all aspects, including services and better investment, because India needs investment and technology. The problem what we had previously, you would all known this issue, this Vodafone issue and Karen India Limited issue. So even that is also arising out of trade investment pact only. So India has to take into account all these lessons what it has learnt already when it is framing this forthcoming BTIA. We hope the BTIA will be successfully concluded. That results into win-win situation for both Indian as well as EU economy. Thereby it promotes a good rule-based trade and helps in attaining sustainable global economic development. Thank you. Jai Hind.